And don't you play swap? Like who would you swap with? And we see like a group of
Yeah,
people.
it's the other one.
Yeah.
Is like, is there anybody in this room I would rather be, even for
Yeah.
like a day, to see
Yeah.
what their life would be like? And sometimes yes, but I would say generally you walk by people, you're like, nah, I'm
No, I'm
good.
good.
I don't know if I want to be that person, you know?
Right? Just
Yeah.
it is interesting. I'd like to be you for a day. Like to be you for a day. That's from Freaky Friday, the movie. Okay.
Welcome to Horror Movie Survival Guide, Disco Citizens, the podcast where gorehounds
And best friends, Terry Gamble,
and Julia Marchesi break down a different horror movie each week,
exploring a multitude of genres, subgenres,
and subgenres,
classic and cult,
international,
and underground flicks alike, determining which films are the goriest,
and offering up horror movie survival guide tips
to help you stay alive. Happy New Year again.
I mean, let's drag it out. Let's drag it out. This is what we do.
Honestly,
This is
trying to make it as happy as we can, honey. I'm trying to do my best in the year of our
definitely.
dear Lord 2026. Let's go.
I mean, we're hoping for positivity. That's all we can do on our end. So let's talk about 2019's Midnight Kiss. The title of this episode is Never Forget Me. This was written by Erlinger Thordarson. We covered his film Rift previously on the
Oh, I
podcast
love
that you can
Rift.
see.
Yes.
And it was also directed by Carter Smith. So we open on a New Year's Eve montage through the ages. A
Oh, we
group
got to
of
tell the kids this is
friends.
part of the Into the Dark series. So if you're trying to
Yeah.
look for this film, it's on Hulu. And also, we had covered an Into the Dark before from our dear friend Chelsea Stardust. All
Mhm.
That We Destroy was part of this like series as well. So anyway, shout out to amazing filmmaking done
Yeah.
through this series. It's very cool. So we start on. Back to you. Sorry, I just wanted to make sure the kids knew where to find it.
Yeah, of course. So we have we get opening credits of friends taking pictures throughout the year on New Year's, and then we are kissing different people. There is just lots of fun midnight kissing
It's
going
like a
on.
delightful midnight kiss. It's 2013, 2015, 2017. We're getting like little title card montages of like all these different moments. Um, and those little party poppers, like all the
Mhm.
fun stuff, festivity, glitter. There's lots of, New Year's shenanigans. And even one of the kids is like, I'm not gonna remember tonight, that vibe of just like getting into it. Our glamour plus Zachary. I love him.
Mhm.
Um, yeah. So
So
now it's
Ryan is
2019.
one of the group of friends, and he has surprise tickets. His sugar daddy is going to take him to the Turks and Caicos for New Year's Eve, which is pretty swank. So he's going to find a note with his name on it that says "Never forget me." And I just want to say right off the top, I applaud the level of nudity in this movie. Off the charts. So these characters are so clean. Everyone takes a shower. I'm like, they're just clean characters. I understand. They're
There's
clean.
also not. They're sorry,
Well,
Julie. I
think
love
about
it. I
Hard
love it.
Day's
I love
Night,
it.
right? Because you think about like, oh, he's a very clean man. Oh, very clean.
No, I love that. It's so funny. It's so true. I had an ex who was always like, I just want to make sure your boobies are nice and clean. Like it's like I was like, really? Like it's like you just want to see showers all the time. And that's what I
Yeah.
feel like this movie offers is like wanting to see this goodness at all times. And I was also gonna say the angles. I even wrote a note too. I was like, okay, angles of how naked this guy is. We're not getting any frontal. We get,
Real
just
close. Yeah.
side. Just shy. Just that little corner here, little corner. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
I feel like I just like pull the camera over, wheeling it with my mind while I'm looking at the TV. Like, can we just go a little lower, just a little lower? Anyway, hi. This is a horny New Year, we're saying, and so, but he's hot. He's decided not to meet up with his friend group, which is probably reason they're not going to realize he's gone yet, or what's really going to happen to him because he's going to be our first kill. Beautiful shower kill. We got a leather puppy who comes into the house.
So good, right? Like I've seen this mask so many times. I've been like, yes, use it for a horror movie. It looks awesome.
And there you go, Julia.
Yeah.
Killer in a leather puppy horror mask. And so leather
And pockets
puppy.
full of glitter and confetti. What more can
I
you
mean,
ask for?
how gay can you get? Like, I'm so happy. I was so
Mhm.
like little gay heart, so happy. So we get this slicing of the throat, so beautiful blood down the shower walls,
Yeah.
as our guy rides and glitter all on top of him. And just this is our opener. So you're like, okay, this is where we gonna go. Got it. Done.
Oh, so beautiful. So sad to have
Mhm.
had to have died for no reason,
But he also
but
takes
maybe a reason.
photos, which we also
Yes.
love. Very giallo of him here, taking, like,
Yeah.
little video, little memento
And he's
of
wearing
the boy
gloves too,
dying.
right? He's wearing
Yeah, he's
black
wearing
gloves,
the
isn't he?
leather gloves too, yes. Um,
Yeah, filming you
so
while you're dying in a very PB Tom-esque way. Very nice.
yeah.
So we meet Cameron, who is played by Augustus Prue, who is a photographer, and he's very excited because his work is going to be in a gallery. They're doing an exhibition for him, and it's like the little
Yeah.
wins, right? He's like, it's a small gallery, but I'm excited.
Well, you can tell because so this is like the friend group meetup. So you got the dynamics immediately based on how
Mhm.
they're like talking about their lives. So we've got Logan who's joining the party. It's his first time. He's fresh faced, dewy eyed, played by our Lucas Gage. I just want to shout out this actor. This is the actor. I don't know if you remember during the like pandemic and stuff like that, when we shifted it almost entirely to self tapes and people were getting called out for not having great backgrounds or whatever. He was the actor that the director was like, "Look at this guy with the shitty house. Like, look, he looks so poor." Whatever he said about him, the directors talk shit about him on himself. Like, and he's like, I can hear you. I'm still here in the room. Like, I'm in the Zoom."
Oh,
He's the
yikes.
actor so he's the one who brought it like a big light, I think, to like how and actually helped change some of the rules for like how some of those like, interactions are when you're doing those video auditions and stuff like that too. So
Yeah. Yeah, it's a
shout out to
different feeling
him.
because, like, having to do them where people are seeing into your house is a whole different feeling than you're going into a room and it's neutral, right? So this is Lucas Gage. I recognize him from
Mhm.
Companion, which he was also very good in this year.
Mhm.
And he is there with Joel, played by Scott Evans, who has an aggro vibe beneath the surface.
Well, he is our type A friend. He's the one who built the itinerary. Didn't you all read it? I also made a playlist for this whole weekend. Did you check it out already? I also need you to add yourself to the photos that we have. I made a photo shared drive that we all need to throw our photos in for the weekend. So he's that guy. But then we
I
also
love
have
that guy. Every trip you need that guy because if you just have 5 people who are hot messes showing up, it's just gonna be like nothing's gonna happen,
You
right?
say
You
that
have
as
to
the
have
list person, Julia, but I think you can
yeah,
still have fun, which I have absolutely done without a list. You can still go by vibes and have a good time. So
true.
you get that you're getting yin and yang with these people. So you have that guy. You also have Hannah, who's the girl with the guys. She's our fruit fly. Da-da-da-da-da. The lady who hangs out with her boys club. And so you can tell there's like also some different socioeconomic stuff based on the friends and stuff too, based on like Cam talking about his art show. So he's kind of like the poorer artist. We've got, Hannah, who seems like she's doing fine. Then we've got Joel, who clearly comes from more money because we're going to his family's home out near
And
Palm Springs.
yeah,
Hmm.
Logan is not prepared for the size, the scope of this, like what he is getting into with this whole thing. And Aiden Mayeri is Hannah playing Hannah, also having like her haircut delightful, her every outfit,
All
every
her
choice,
costumes,
every
yes.
yeah, it's all very and her performance, just like everybody's really on it. So they're going to talk to them about Joel and Logan they announced their engagement, by the way. That's big news.
Yes.
There is tension between Joel and Cameron, but we don't know why yet. But we're going to talk about the Midnight Kiss game here on New Year's Eve and how you play the game. So there are 3 rules.
Hmm.
You have to do it with somebody who is a stranger. You have to it has to be consensual, and you have to let them go. You can have them until sunrise at the very latest, but then you have to let them go. So
Hmm.
a fun rule.
So it's a fun little game that Joel made up back in the day. And, but he's like, we don't have to play it, if we don't want to. Cause, now that we have Logan here and like Logan's like, no, I don't want things to be different for you guys because I'm here. Like, let's play the game. Like, if that's what you want, like, I'm not trying to mess up your flow of like your whole crew. He's clearly trying to like ingratiate himself within the party and within,
Sure.
Joel's friends. Um, and so, he's like, "All right, bet we'll do it." So they get to the house, and they're each interacting with it in different ways. Whether Logan's just like wide eyed, and Hannah's ready to start drinking. She's day drinking already. She got the bust of champagne open almost immediately, and she's waiting for Zachary, who hasn't showed up quite yet, but he is about to. Um, with his cheekbones and all, and he's our Insta model friend. You got to have that friend too.
But
Mhm.
is clearly the hot best of the bunch, right? Who like it
Oh
never
yeah.
shows up in time, never does what he says. He's always bails out. Like that would drive me crazy, but he is amazing. And his I always both of us always watch the subtitles, right? Because we're often taking
Yeah.
notes, and so we need to have specific, make sure all the words are correct and everything. And sometimes the parentheses within the subtitles are some of my favorite bits. So the one for him, we got for Zachary, we got Smug Chuckle was the subtitle. And I was like,
Ah!
that's the most perfect subtitle for that character. So good.
That
Smug
is his
chuckle.
subtext for his whole everything he does.
It is.
Everything, and he's so cute, and so he comes in with his fabulous self, and it's just like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so tired." Also, like, what are we supposed to do next? We're supposed to go to a club? I'd rather go to this house party. There's these guys I've been talking to. So, like, you get that he might already bail, but also they have to tell you this because, there's gotta be an excuse if he doesn't show up to wherever they're going to later because he might be
Mhm.
dead. And so he decides he says he's gonna take a nap because he wants a little disco nap before he gets to party. Hannah's bummed because she thought he was gonna drink with her because that's her drinking buddy. But yeah, so he goes and takes a little beauty rest.
Yes, but he also goes into, the closet of Joel's mom with his, like, this fabulous walk-in closet with all of these things, including, of course, he pulls out the white fur and just luxuriously, like,
I was like,
I
"Perfect
gotta
for
tell you.
blood." I was
Yeah,
like, "Perfect for blood spatter."
it is.
Beautiful. I would pull it out too. She has, like, these, like, little Chinese slippers that would have, like, beautiful embroidery on them and, like, all kinds of stuff, so, yeah.
I appreciate it in a movie, but I have to say that when I house sit, I've never gone into somebody's closet and be like, "Let's root through and see what they" like, I respect the privacy of the people that are
Oh.
I'm
Julia's a good house sitter is what we just learned. I, on the
well
other hand, am absolutely gonna look in your closet. I'm gonna look and see what you got in there. I'm not gonna look at all of it, but I'm absolutely if it's, like, just open like that and it's a walk-in, I'm absolutely walking in there and looking. Um, I'll tell you a closet story later, Julia, not for the internet,
Excellent,
if you
excellent.
remind
I
me.
love it.
I
Our
definitely have some
our
stories.
and our poor beautiful Zachary is going to meet his end quite early in the movie, where the bottle of champagne that he used gets broken and shoved down his throat. It's so gross.
It's pretty gross. It's pretty vile. And we're gonna see more of it, the reveal later because we don't see how bad it is till later on in the movie when they find him. But
Mhm.
in the meantime, everyone had gotten these like white envelopes and little printed cards, and so they all thought it was Joel because it feels like a very Joel thing to get like fun little cards and stuff like that. Um, and they're all, ribbing him and Logan, like, about prenup jokes and stuff too. So there's a lot of, like, tension already happening too
Mhm.
within them about, like, accepting this guy. But you also get that they are not always super nice to each other, like, as friends. Like, that's just part of their dynamic as well.
Yeah, and Hannah actually
Mhm.
says, like, one of the things that she doesn't like about she's like, "Everybody's selfish. It's always about you." Like, it's so she expresses her frustration, like, she always has to be there and, like, "You're going to a gay club, so what am I doing here?" And she's like, "You wouldn't go to a straight club with me." And he's like, "Oh god, no, why?" And you're like, "Well, there you go." Like, it's the same
"Hello?
thing.
I'm your friend, like, you would go to support me." So, yeah, and so they have this whole conversation too while they're out by the pool, like, talking about, like, how Logan says he's never been on the apps, he just has, only met people in real life, and, like, they end up talking about how incestuous they all have been, and that's how the genesis of the game was the fact that they had all kind of made out or dated with each other at various points, like, in kind of a circle, and, they were done with that, and they were like, "We need to get out of our shell and get out of our, like, incestuous group and, like, meet other people." And so this was a way that they found that they could do that, um, kind of with no strings. So that's part of their New Year's tradition is to do this.
And it
So,
and on the
mhm.
surface, when we learn about this, we do find like it does seem fun, right? It seems like something. I think the fun of it is doing it with your friends and
Oh
then
yeah.
being able to go back and talk about it afterwards. But maybe that will not be as easy for some other people, as we will find out later on.
Yeah. So they end up, getting ready and I think this is interesting too before they go to the club, where Cam, not Cam, he also showers. You're right. There are a lot of showers in this movie. I was like, wait,
Clean
Cam showers, but
characters.
also, Logan had showered and, was getting ready, but he put on this cologne that Joel didn't like, and Joel's like, "I don't like the cologne," and you can tell he's a controlling boyfriend in this, like, moment too, where he's just like,
Mhm.
"Well, I'm gonna take you," and he's like, "I don't really wanna I'm all clean, I just got ready for the party," and he just goes and takes his boyfriend anyway, and I was like, that felt a little,
Mhm.
like, pushing the line of consent right there." And so he's like, and he, like, pats him basically when he's done, and he's like, "Okay, go take a shower and don't put on that cologne." It's like, "Oh, things have to be how Joel wants it to be. This is
Right.
a push too far." Um, but they do
And
get ready. Mhm.
of course, I get the text from Zachary saying that he's going to a house party, so they don't worry about him. So whoever this killer is has all of their phone numbers. We know that as well, right? And then also we're going to go to the party, the club where Hannah brings some Molly. So now everybody's going to be on drugs looking for their midnight kiss.
Right, and she's also and Hannah's told Cam, "You know what you need to do? Fuck the pain away. Let's get through it. The way to get over somebody is to get under somebody else," as they say, right?
Mhm.
So, they get out there. She's, like, they're encouraging each other. Um, so they, are out there at this party, and they're enjoying themselves at the club. I do love that I think I know the DJ. I think it's Jonnie
Ah,
Reinhart, a
yeah.
picture. You know Johnny? Yeah,
No, I
apologize.
don't, but I'm looking on the IMDb, and
Yeah.
that's it.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it is. Okay, I'm right. I didn't even look at the IMDb, but there here I am. I'm like, "It's Johnny." Because Johnny hosted, I've known Johnny for years. They hosted at Tramp Stamp Grannies, and they also
Oh,
host
nice.
musical they also do, like, musical nights and stuff like that, of course, around town. An incredible singer. They were on I think they were on The Voice or, like, America's Got Talent, one of those ones as well too. They're an incredible singer.
Mm.
And I met them through Jackie Cox, one of my other drag queen
Oh,
friends, because
yeah.
they run shows together, so anywho, shout out to Johnny Reinhardt. I love you. So good to see you at this movie as the DJ at this club that they're at. Um, and so they're rolling now. And so things are going to get a little pear-shaped as things are going along. And so they start having, these heart to heart, trying to have heart to heart conversations. But Hannah sends Cam off because he sees this guy. And she's like, go for it. Go. I see you seeing. So he wanders around. He sees Logan rolling like he's on a good one. He's just like sweaty, but he's in between two leather boys, just like, and he's like, "You want to join us?" And he's like, "No, like that's not really what I want for this midnight thing." And he ends up being found by none other than Joel. And Joel takes him aside somewhere and wants to talk to him.
Yeah, they make out a little bit until Cam tells him no, and, like, he's like, "I want you to be the midnight kiss," but he's like, "I'm in the group, it doesn't count, so we can't, and otherwise also, no, thank you," and Lee
But he also,
tells him,
yeah,
"Go."
he tries to
Wait.
he does a non-apology apology is what he fucking does, and it's super annoying. And you're just like, dude. And he's like, "What you're doing, you said, I feel sorry," but you're like, you didn't say I'm sorry. You haven't ever said that to me. You haven't really ever apologized for how things went down. And I don't really want that." And so he leaves him there, and Joel is pissed. But
Mhm,
almost immediately, our boy Cam sees this guy Dante on the dance floor, and they are like, oh, hey,
"Hello."
hey. And Dante's delightful, super cute. And so they are vibing, and um Joel texts Logan, and so, he's trying to figure out what to do. But then we get the countdown for the midnight, and so our dear Hannah's been hanging out by the go-go boy all night because notoriously many go-go boys in the gay bars are gay for pay, as they say, and they are out there, a lot of heteros. Not that I know, but a go-go boy is often attainable, just so you know, ladies.
Oh, I didn't I actually didn't know, that's delightful news.
Oh, 100%. Been there, done that. They're
Of
available. They're
course.
for us. Often. Just shoot your shot is what I'm saying. So Hannah ends up making out with the Go-Go, Cam is making out with Dante, and we see the leather puppy strangely on the dance floor somewhere. Um, and we also see, that Joel is very sad
Mhm.
and he drives home.
Yeah, it's
Mhm.
an ominous drive home. He does not the vibe in the car is not good. Joel is very, very angry. And Logan's like, "I'm going swimming." 'Cause listen, I'm going kidney dipping because he's still on drugs and feeling nice, and he doesn't know what the problem is, and so he's just like, "Fine, fuck it, I'm going swimming."
Mhm.
So, and Cam gets a text from Dante saying he's there, and he's like, "What do you mean?" He's
Wait,
like, "Oh, I'm outside.
what?
Come find me." He's like, "How did you find my house? Did you follow me here?" He's like, "It's kind of creepy and kind of hot at the same time." He's like,
'Cause
"Can
it's
it be
also kind of
both?"
far. Because they joked about how it's, like, on the other side of the hill from, like, the main part of Palm
Yeah.
Springs. So it's not like Palm Springs, like, super adjacent. It's in the neighborhood, but it's not, like, the closest,
S-
spot to it.
if we take this behavior out of a horror film context, because in this
Yeah,
context you're like, "Oh, it's kind of creepy because you don't know who the killer is in the whole bit," but in a non-horror movie context, is
it's
this
still creepy.
creepier? It's
Yes,
because he found you in a weird way, right? Followed them, would we say most likely?
you have to, right? But unless he said like you said, he already knew where it was, but also, I don't know how tied up he is or how pushed he was when we
Right, but
find
yeah,
out later
like
on.
But he also said he knows the house, right? He used to be a waiter there for
Yeah, he was a
parties and
cater waiter,
stuff.
he's worked there before, so he's like, "When you described it, I kinda knew where it was," and I was like, "Yeah,
Mhm.
but still, that could be a few places because that place looks like half the places I've been to in Palm Springs." Like, it looks like such a generic Palm Springs house, quite honestly, sorry, but it does. It's got, like, the even just the all the modern trappings now too of just, like, the plain kind of, gate and, you know, the washes on the paint, everything. There's
I
nothing distinct about this house, you
I
know?
could not exist in that city. It's a city it's a whole other place. I'm like, "Okay, guys."
It really
And
is. It's a vibe. It's there for us to go for the weekend, I feel like, but I don't
I
love
mean,
being
I
out there longer
their
than that.
version of it looks fun, but, like, I've only been, like, one of my ex-boyfriend's parents had a house, like, on a golf course in Palm Springs, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I can't with that."
Yes.
So,
Anywho,
Ca
so they're
Cam
back
and
home.
Dante
Yeah.
are getting frisky, but neither one of them has a condom, so Cam's gonna leave to go get that.
But
They
even though
get
but I was like, "Wait, a lot of guys now don't because there's PrEP." A lot of people don't, but he's like, "No, just to be extra, extra safe." I was like, "Okay, buddy." Ugh, I'm so annoyed. Anyway, on
No,
he
I
goes.
feel like I would do the exact same thing, but, Hannah, of course, has some even though she's not getting any,
And
and
lube,
while yeah,
super prepared.
super prepared while he's inside with her, Killer ends up smothering Dante and choking him with the gauze canopy
But it
curtains.
might just be killer. It's actually we look up and we actually get a face this time, and it's Joel.
Mhm.
We
Mhm.
see who is livid and doing the gauzy murder. And I was like,
Gauzy
uh-oh.
murder.
Yep.
Gauzy
But
murder.
we also are seeing like leather puppies sometimes too. So we're like, oh wait, uh-oh. There's who's wait, what, who, where, what, who's who. Um, and
So,
so
Cam comes back outside and Dante is gone, and when he texts him, he hears the phone chime, and he finds his phone and his clothes just in the garage in the corner. So now he's very confused, and he's now going to play detective with the cards and find out what the deal is because Joel said he didn't. He thought it was Joel, and Joel didn't do it. So who sent
yeah.
them and why? And they find
'Cause it felt very
Zachary's.
Joel, because it was like yeah, like we said earlier, like sending, like, the itinerary and sending, like, some stuff like that,
Mhm.
and also he talked about how no one appreciates the organization and the things he does, so you're like, this would be something he could do, and now that we've seen him kill, we're
Yeah.
obviously being MacGuffin that way. But yes, go on, sorry.
So they find Zachary's body with the champagne bottle in his mouth, and carved into his chest is 12/31/13. So now they're trying to figure out what the significance of that specific one is. Then they were looking for Hannah, and the puppy mask there is there, and like having
But
a
they also
chase
get sent that
in and
video,
out.
right, of
Yeah.
their friend Ryan, and that's really where they're getting the super clue because they're like, "Wait, that we remember that New Year's, that was the glitter New Year's where we it was the gold glitter, like, it was a specific color because each year when they showed the montage at the beginning, kinda had a different, like, color theory scheme, right? And so they're like, "Oh, yeah, we remember that one." So they're trying to put it together of the faces
Mhm.
that were there, and who was in those pictures.
So the tires are flat on the car, so they are trapped out there. And Cam does find Dante's body, so now he knows that they are in real, real trouble and is trying to find Hannah. The puppy ends up slashing Hannah real bad on the leg,
Yeah, it's
and
her leg
now
or thigh. So she's having a hard time hobbling around.
Mhm.
But earlier in the movie, we did also see a Chekhov's gun because when Cam had when they had first gotten into the house, when they were all kind of doing their little thing, looking around the house and doing their little own personal thing, like before they got ready to go out for the party, he had found a gun in the office. So he's like trying to get Hannah to walk with him, and she's like, "I can't walk." He's like, "Well, I know." Basically, I think I can figure out how to get a gun, try to get out of here, like get them safe. So he has a shovel he's wielding now and like goes and tries to find the gun, but the gun is gone.
and he does hit the puppy with the shovel, and then is able to tie a shuriken around Hannah's leg, so she's a little bit better.
A little
We cut
stable.
to
Hmm.
Joel, who is crying heavily in the car, and Logan just gonna be like, "Hey, just want to talk to you. What's going on?" Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not just talk, but I don't
Mm-mm.
know. It's yeah. And he's trembling and just crying. You're like, "Oh no," because he feels bad about what he has done. But the leather puppy's gonna break that freaking window. Um and he ends up tied up in his house back by the kitchen area. So he's bound to a chair, and Hannah is still struggling, can't really walk, and so um, all of a sudden we hear firecrackers because it's New Year's and you could have firecrackers and no one's gonna bat an eye. So there's firecrackers outside, and we see Joel tied up, and we see that he has like a little explosive of firecrackers shoved down his mouth. And he's all tied up. So Cam is able to run into the house to try to grab him. Of course, at least we've already had the knife out that we saw earlier in the kitchen.
Mhm.
Hannah's going to try to get the restraints off him, but Logan reveals himself now.
Yeah. So, he was Cam's midnight kiss in 2013, and he said he wasn't even out yet, and it was something that, like, awoken everything, and he thought it was something really special, and then he just, like, walked away and never talked to him again, and he's wants angry, he wants revenge.
And he was wearing a mask that night because he's like, I wasn't even out. I couldn't even show my face. I was like too scared. So it was like a masquerade kind of party, whatever, too. And I just wanted people to see me. And so Cam's like, I do see you. And he's trying to like reason with him. But
Mhm.
fucking Joel just starts
Mhm.
talking shit because he had already proposed to him and he realizes this was like a whole con that he's been, a long con that, Logan has put him through to try to
Mhm.
ingratiate himself into his life and with his friends and the whole thing. And he's just like doubly pissed because he had always still had a thing for Cam as well that he never really got over. So there's a whole bunch of drama coming to a head here.
But I have a question, though, because
And we also
if
find out about Dante being his last boyfriend as well too.
yes. But so, like, Logan has planned this out all along, right? Because he wants revenge because, Cam kissed him and then walked away. So, why is he not doing this to Cam if Cam doesn't remember him anyway? Like, he could just as well, like, make him hurt him through a relationship that way, right? Like, actually be his boyfriend.
I think so too, and then also, like, him digging into his, like, wounds and all that stuff too. I don't know, I think maybe does he still want him? Does he still have a chance where he kinda wants him and he'd rather kill because he shoots him in the shoulder instead of anything else, do you know what I mean? And,
Right.
like, he doesn't, like, give him, like, a full fatal one, right? Like,
Mhm.
he, was ready to, like, off Joel because he didn't care about him, but maybe he still is holding a torch for Cam and
Yeah.
thought the best way to get to him would be this way. Um yeah, not the best way to get to a guy,
No.
killing his friends, so
No.
just sorry.
So yeah,
Um,
it's all going pear-shaped, and he Kim is bleeding on the floor, but Hannah's gonna come in to the rescue. They have this syringe that they stab him with in the eye with, but what is this syringe? I don't. They never explain what it is.
I wondered too, I was like, "Are they just doing B12 shots out there? Like, what the fuck?" Or is it like or was someone doing other types of drugs? I don't know either, I don't remember the full reveal on that, but she also has a champagne bottle and, like, bottle cocks him basically on the side of the head and knocks Logan off, when Cam stabs him in the eye,
And
and
Joel is
Joel has
going
gotta get the
to.
Chekhov gun,
Mhm.
and shoots Logan. And then we flash to the next morning and the carnage. We're by the
Yeah, and
pool.
Cam's just gonna let Joel know that he knows that he killed Dante. Just so you know.
He doesn't let him know. He's like, "Hey, what happened?" He doesn't like so because
Mhm.
Joel tries to profess his love again to Cam and be like, "I've always, it was always kind of you," and blah, blah, blah. He's like, "Yeah, no. What happened to Dante last night? What do you
'Cause
think?"
he knows that
Mhm.
Logan can take the blame for all of the carnage, but he knows. It's just like, "Here we go, we see each other."
It's like, "I
So,
know, yeah, yeah.
a lot
Let
of
me go,
gore,
Joel. Let me go," is what he
a lot
says.
of
Yeah.
nudity, a lot of dancing, a lot of puppy mask action, but
Don't
how do
forget
you
our
survive?
addendum, and Hannah and Cam at the outside, sitting outside, broken. Like, they had
Yeah,
beautiful shot of them, I love it, so I just wanna give a shout out because I love this scene. I thought it was really, really grounded and also like, "Oh, this is what we came for," is, like, these 2 best friends that are, like, man out there, and they're like, "Why aren't the cops here yet?" And I was like, "Oh, why aren't they there yet?" They look just battle torn,
yeah.
sitting outside as they wait. And then he tells her that I will go out with you when we get back, and I won't
To
bail
the
this
straight
time.
bar.
Yep.
So how do you survive this movie is
Make
don't
better
kiss
friends.
random people. These are both good.
Kiss random people at midnight, but be conscious of like, "Hey, Really nice to meet you. You know, this was a midnight kiss. Let them know. I think if he had just said, "Hey, this was part of a fleeting moment in history." Do you know what I mean? Instead of like,
Yeah.
"Hey, egging you on all night to like make you want to kiss me." I don't know.
Well, I think it sounds like a fun game. So, and my game that I play in crowds is just who's going to die next. So, not nearly as fun. It's going to be
And don't you
somebody
play
in the
like
room.
swap? And don't you play swap? Like who would you swap with? And we see like a group of
Yeah,
people.
that's it. It's the other one.
Yeah.
Is like, is there anybody in this room I would rather be, even for
Yeah.
like a day, to see
Yeah.
what their life would be like? And sometimes yes, but I would say generally you walk by people, you're like, nah, I'm
No, I'm
good.
good.
I don't know if I want to be that person.
Right? Just
Yeah.
it is interesting. I'd like to be you for a day. Like to be you for a day. That's from Freaky Friday, the movie. Okay. Anyway, stuck in my head for the rest of my life. All right. Gores. You guys, if you don't already know, but I will go through them based on what we've talked about in this film. There's a lot of gore. One, not enough blood to fill a Dixie cup. Two, a puddle of blood. Three, enough blood to gross out the average viewer. Four, a bathtub of blood, and five is run for the barf bag. This is a five. There's a lot of blood in this movie. Lots of good carnage from the very beginning, from that
Mhm.
shower scene, where the boy is nearly naked and he pulled the death tarot card and then he gets deathed. I mean, delightful. Glitter, and a leather puppy killing you. Come on,
Yes.
give it to me.
That's one of my favorite parts of the Pride Parade is the puppy parade. Like it's so good. It's always the lesbian biker gangs always open it, and
Yeah,
then
they
the
open it.
puppy.
That
It's
gets me
so good.
going. We talked about that when we
Yeah.
talked with Heather about chopper chicks.
Yeah.
Like that is like
Yeah. I would
makes me
definitely
so
want to
happy.
go
But the
on.
puppies,
I like the puppies
delights.
too. So let's get some chainsaws. One, if you're desperate. Two, barely qualifies as a horror film. Three, sin worse, sin better. Four, not too shabby. And five, fantastic oracle. It's a 4.5 for me. I thought this movie was super fun. I enjoyed the characters. There was some really, they kept you guessing the whole time. And I got smug chuckle going on. So.
Oh my god, I agree with you, Julie. This is a 4.5 for me as well. It's really, really freaking fun, delightful New Year's. If you need some New Year's horror, I highly recommend it. Yeah.
And I think that smug chuckle should be your drag name because that's an incredible drag name.
Introducing Smug Chuckle. Huh,
And then you just come out.
work,
Yeah, you
work.
got some.
Just bitch, work.
You got smug chuckles for
Legacy.
days.
Oh my god, honestly, she would be so hot. I love her already. Let's do it. We're gonna go find somebody. Let's turn them out. All right, excellent. If you want to be turned out, guys, hit us up. Let us know if you have any other great drag names. We love drag names. I know Julie and I both do.
Mhm.
You can hit us up on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all the things all over the interwebs. If you haven't already joined our Patreon, what are you doing? Join it. See our cute faces. Give a little bonuses, little extras here and there, and you know, trying to light up your lives. We're trying to light up ours. Let's light it up together. Light it up.
Yeah.
Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. Strike it up. What else? Julia's on two other amazing podcasts. One of them is all about freaking Stephen King. Look at her necklace. Look at her. Pull it up, pull it up for the kids. It's behind your mic right now. Okay, so they can
We
see. Stephen King, love of her life, love of her life. That's how it is. She talks about it. It's incredible on the Losers Club. You can also check her out talking about all about Alejandro Jodorowsky, one of the most incredible, he's really the most interesting man. When they did that campaign about the most interesting man, it was really about Jodorowsky, really.
Mhm.
JodoWOWsky is her podcast there. We're always on a bunch of different podcasts all the time. I love that. Shout those out.
we have a Patreon if you would like to join and support us. If you would like
Yeah.
to Teespring, we got some merch. I got to adapt Stephen King's story, I Know What You Need, into a film. If you'd like to see that, let me know. And we have a never-ending depth of movies pool to jump in.
They never
It'll
end. It never ends. It never
never-ending
ends.
movies.
We'll see you guys next week. Thanks so much. Oh, follow, subscribe. I have to say it. I know Julia hates it, but we got to say it. All right. Because if you ding the bells and you do the things and you follow, that helps us out. That helps us find more people. That helps us grow. We appreciate you. Thank you so much for watching on the YouTubes, and thank you so much for listening. Bye.
Thank you for listening. Horror Movie Survival Guide is independently produced by Terry Gamble, Julia Marchesi, and Sierra Ryan. Hey, that's me. If you would like to support the show, find us on patreon.com/horror movie survival guide.